Hello, good morning. For your maths test today, we want you to look at the clock at different times of the day to see if you can tell the time. So I just thought I'd go over o'clock and half past with you this morning, just because it has been a while since we last went over time. So you know that the shorthand is the hour hand, okay? And then we have the long hand, which is the minute hand, and that is the longer hand on our clock. When the minute hand is pointing to 12, it means it is showing 1 full hour, and we call it o'clock. And you know this, so if the big hand is on the 12, then it is o'clock. The short hand is pointing at the 8, so that is showing the hour. So we know that that is 8 o'clock. Okay, so if the big hand is on the 12, and the little hand is on 1, it is 1 o'clock. If the little hand is on 2, it is 2 o'clock, and so on, all the way around. So what time is this? The big hand is on the 12, the little hand is on the 7. Well done, it is 7 o'clock. This time, the big hand is still on the 12 and the little hand is on the 3. So what time is it? Yep, it is 3 o'clock. This time, the big hand is still on the 12 and the little hand is on the 11. So what time is that? Well done, it is 11 o'clock. Now this one is a tricky one. The big hand is on the 12, the little hand is on the 6. So what time is it? It is 6 o'clock. This time the big hand is on the 12 still, but the little hand is on the 9. So what time is it now? 9 o'clock. Now this one is to catch you out. Both of our hands are on 12 o'clock. 12 o'clock. Okay, so which clock shows 2 o'clock? So have a look. Which one shows 2 o'clock? Have a point and show which one you think is 2 o'clock. Well done. This one is 2 o'clock. The big hand is on the 12. The little hand is on the 2. So that means it is 2 o'clock. Which one shows 4 o'clock? Well done. It is this one. The big hand is on the 12 for o'clock. The small hand is on the 4. So that is 4 o'clock. Which clock shows 10 o'clock? Well done. It is this middle one. The big hand's on the 12 for o'clock and the little hand, the hour hand, is on the 10 to show 10 o'clock. Which clock shows 3 o'clock? Again, it is this middle one. The big hand is on the 12, the small hand is on the 3, 3 o'clock. Now we are going to look at half past. We are much more confident with o'clock than we are half past, so please listen carefully, it will really help. So a clock face is a full circle, and we know that, and the numbers go all the way around from 1 to 12, and we can cut a circle in half. So you can see from this picture there are 2 halves of the circle. Okay, that makes it just a little bit more clearer for you. So how many minutes make up half an hour? Now this is tricky. If you look at the blue numbers on the outside, we know that if you count in 5s around to each number, that shows how many minutes. So from 1 is 5, from 2 is 10, from 3 is 15, from 4 is 20, from 5 is 25, and from 6 is 30. And you can see that the line touches the 6, so there is 30 minutes in half an hour. Okay, when it is 30 minutes past the hour, we say half past the hour. So looking at the clock, the big hand is pointing at the 6, which means it is halfway around the clock. So it's gone 30 minutes. So where is the small hand pointing? Is it on a number? Have a look very carefully. Is it on a number? You are right, it is not on a number. It is halfway between the number 1 and the number 2. Okay, so let's have a look at this one. So we know the big hand is on the 6, so that means it is half past. And it is in between 11 and 12. We go and look at the number that comes first. So what number comes first before 11 and 12? 11, so it is half past 11. Okay, so the big hand is pointing on the 6 and the little hand is halfway between 11 and 12. So that means it is half past 11. So looking again, what time is the clock showing? The big hand is on the 6 and the small hand is in between 3 and 4. You are right, it is half past 3. We haven't made it to 4 o'clock yet. Once the 6 goes to the 12, then it will be 4 o'clock. But we are halfway through the hour, so it is half past 3. Okay, which clock is showing half past 2? It is this first one here. So the big hand is on the 6, making it half past, and our small hand is in between the 2 and the 3. So that means it is half past 2. Okay, which clock is showing half past 9? It is this clock showing half past 9. The big hand is on the 6, showing that it is half past, and this smaller hand is in between 9 and 10, so that means it is half past 9. Okay, and which clock is showing half past 7? It is this one in the middle. The big hand is on the 6, showing half past, and the little hand is in between 7 and 8. Half past 7. Okay, now you can, like we do at school, we get our clock down off the wall because it is battery powered. So on the back, you might have a thing where you can move the hands around, and the children quite like doing that and showing the time themselves. So that is something that you can try to do at home. Thank you.